And hi again, everybody. Dan Hubbard along with Aaron Polans, and we welcome you back here to Billings, Montana, as it's time for Game 3 of Day 3 of the Northwest Region American Legion Baseball Tournament. And Aaron, this is a little bit of a different game because these two teams have not tasted defeat yet.
No, these two teams, they're playing for a guaranteed spot in Championship Sunday. Winner of our 7 p.m. matchup today, they get to play on Sunday. And we'll determine tomorrow whether they have 2 opportunities at winning the Northwest Regional or if they have 1. So double elimination, you win here, you're guaranteed to play on Sunday. One
of those two teams is from Eugene, Oregon, as they coming off a masterful pitching performance yesterday.
Absolutely. 4 2/3 innings of perfect baseball out of their starting pitcher, Colin Hernandez. And, talking to people around the program, Hernandez was really willing to be able to come out of that game just so his teammates would have a better chance at winning this Northwest Regional. It shows you the mindset that this Challengers team has. They didn't come here to throw perfect games, as awesome that would have been. They came here to win the Northwest Regional Tournament.
And they're a very good team, but they're going to have a very stout competition coming up today as well.
Absolutely. Every year there's a team that really shows up and surprises people, and this year that honor goes to the Service Alaska team, as they have been terrific. They have probably been the best offense here so far. They've gotten 2 really good pitching performances out of their starters. Now, question for both these teams, Day 3, what do you have left in those arms? It's going to be a challenge for all 3 teams today. It's also going to be a challenge for these 2 teams. Who do you throw, or do you possibly save someone for, a game where you're back maybe against the wall tomorrow?
That does raise a very interesting question. How deep is your pitching staff? How deep can you go?
Absolutely, and this Alaska team, they only brought 13 members of their team, so there's not a big roster there, but a lot of their kids can throw, and that's going to be imperative for them to get through today and tomorrow. As they already clinched being in tomorrow, being 2-0, but if you win today, suddenly this team from Alaska, who would have thought they'd be playing for a championship on Sunday?
Yeah, exactly. James Taylor used to sing about Carolina on my mind. One of these teams is going to take it a step closer to going to the national championship tournament coming up next week back in Carolina. Stay with us. We'll figure out exactly who's going to take a step closer as we'll take a timeout. We'll come back here on My Local Radio as we'll have the rest of the pregame news and notes, the starting lineup, and the first pitch. It's all coming up on this presentation made possible by Ready.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Foot pain can make even the simplest things a struggle. Dr. Chad Brady is a foot and ankle surgeon who listens to your concerns, offering a variety of solutions to get you back on your feet and out of pain. Dr. Chad Brady can help you get back to the life you deserve. Don't let foot pain stop you from living your life. Schedule an appointment today. Dr. Chad Brady, Uinta Medical Group. Call or schedule online at evanstonanytime.com.
Let's stop into Mountain West Business Solutions to see what Randy and the team are up to today. Randy is printing out testimonials from satisfied customers. Let's see what some of them say.
Bar none, the best customer service in the industry.
Mountain West has been perfect for our business needs.
We simply could not survive as a business without Mountain West Business Solutions.
For all your equipment, printing, and software solution needs, Mountain West Business Solutions. 866-583-9925.
Welcome in here to Billings. We welcome you here to Game 3 of Day 3 of the Northwest Regional Tournament. This is the most important game of the day. They've had some other important ones, but this is the important one out, Aaron, because this winner of this game punches their ticket right directly to the final.
Absolutely. You get a chance to play on Sunday, and we'll determine tomorrow whether it's 1 game or 2 games for Sunday. That's all determined by tomorrow's matchups. But this game also determines who plays the late game tomorrow, as we do have time changes. Those games will start at 12 and 3 p.m. tomorrow due to weather, as they're going to move it up to try to avoid the Storms that are supposed to be here in Billings next evening.
Anchorage is the home team as they go out and take the field. Let's give you the lineup for Eugene, Oregon, as they come up to a hit for the first time. As the lineup will go this way. Easton McDonald will lead off. He is the second baseman. Brock Johnson will be the shortstop. He'll hit second. Grady Saunders is at third. He'll hit in the 3 spot. Eli Christ hits fourth. He's the DH this afternoon. Peyton Tyner's in center field. He'll hit fifth. Aiden Hazen will hit sixth. He is the first baseman. Caden Gould hits seventh, and he will play over at, I forgot to write it down. He is the catcher. As Caden Richardson is in left field, and he will bat 8th, and Kyle Miller will bat 9th, and he will play over in right. For the Anchorage, Alaska squad, Rylan Nyklin will lead off. He is at third. Chase Maskelli is the second baseman. He will hit second. Jake Raftery is the first baseman. He'll hit third. Hunter Christensen hits fourth, and he'll be at shortstop. Andrew Hickman bats 8th. Will bat 5th, rather. He'll play in center field. Colby Jensen is the pitcher. He'll bat 6th. Trevor Maltby will hit in the 7th spot. He is around in right. Sebastian Fourier is in left field, and he will bat 8th. And Landon Martindale does the catching for Anchorage, and he will hit in the number 9 spot. As we are ready to play ball, only about 25 minutes late, which is about 20 minutes earlier than what they were anticipating after the length of the game just previous. As the first pitch is high, little check swing, he does not go around, as the first pitch thrown at 7:25 here this evening. Next pitch comes home, a little ground ball to the right side. Second baseman has it go off his glove and loses the play.
You put it in play, you hustle down the line, you never know what can happen. And, we saw errors become a huge part of the day in Game 2 for this Alaska team. Off to a tough start in the field. But the best thing about an error is you can always bounce back from it.
A lot of errors in the previous game as well, so nothing says we can't start out with one here. So McDonald reaches on the air, and here comes Brock Johnson, who shows bunt, pulls the bat back, and takes the pitch high, ball 1. So here in the top of the first inning, gives us a chance to take a look at Alaska with the leather as the boys out in the field as they go to first base, and McDonald dives back in the bag. Hazen's at first, McDonald at second. It's Johnson at short, and Saunders is the third baseman. Jensen stretches, comes home, and the pitch misses down low. Ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. The outfield from left to right is Richardson, Tyner, and Miller. Gould, the catcher, and on the mound is the pitch is again up high. Ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. On the mound is Colby Jensen. That pitch over for a strike, and it goes to 3-1. Sorry, we're trying to get organized here, too. We apologize. Here's the 3-1 offering. Hit in the air, foul off the first base side, and it runs the count full 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes here on Brock Jensen, hitting .333 for the tournament as the pitch is high, ball 4. Runner was going on the pitch, but it didn't matter as it's ball 4 and draws a walk, first walk for Jensen.
Yeah, teams have shown that they want to be aggressive here in the early innings. They're going on a 3-2 pitch, trusting your batter that if it's in the zone, they're going to make contact.
So 2 on, nobody out here in the top of the first inning. As a little bunt go out right in front of the mound, blade down by Saunders. They'll pick it up, they'll throw it over to first, and the sacrifice works. 1-3 for the putout. And there's 1 out now, but both runners move up 90 feet. So runners at second and third here in the top of the first inning as Eugene tries to push a run across here early, as that's going to be lined into center field. That's going to be in for a hit. That'll get one run in. They're going to hold the runner at third as Eli Christ picks up another RBI, his third of the tournament.
Yeah, he's had some big hits for this Eugene, Oregon team. Think back to day one, had the game-tying home run against the defending champs. Really helped get his team back into that one.
So the first hit of the game, now with runners at the corners and only one out. Here is Peyton Tyner. As the first pitch to Tyner is a big overhand curveball that stays high, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. 4 umpire configuration. We'll give them to you here as we get a chance, as the home plate umpire is Aldo Mora here in this game, as they go back over to first base, and hopping back on the bag is Christ. Craig Mills will be over at first base. As Jensen sets, comes home, the pitch hit foul back into the screen, and it is 1 ball and 1 strike. Josh Henwood is at second base this evening. One and one the count. Jensen ready again. There goes the runner. There goes the ball, but it's pulled foul out along the right field line. So here we'll come back, Will Tyner, and we'll do it again at 1 and 2. The third base umpire tonight is Cameron Bornstead.
You can see the game plan here for the challengers. They want to be aggressive early, as that's now multiple times they've sent runners in motion, one on a walk, and then that one, the foul ball, sends the runner back to first.
Ready again, the 1-2 pitch is inside and hits him. Came with a curveball in, and Tyner just stood there and let it hit him down and in around the shin. So the hit batter will load the bases with only 1 out.
Yeah, breaking ball, maybe just a bit too good of a breaking ball as it breaks too far off the table. Now we get a mound visit from the Alaska side coaching staff.
Yeah, I think you have to. After watching what happened in the previous game, you can't let a game get away from you and get it out of control. As all the runs scored in the top of the 7th inning, when it certainly looked like the team from Cheyenne had the game pretty much locked up, and all of a sudden, before the dust cleared, they were down several runs going to the bottom of the 7th inning, and they couldn't make up the deficit.
And, for both these teams, that could also be a lesson offensively, as both teams left more than 10-plus runners on, as there was runners all over the base paths that just never came across to score. So if you're the challengers, you want to make this inning hurt. You want to go up multiple runs. You want multi-runs here in this game, or this inning.
There was a total of 27 players left on base in that game previous to this, as that first pitch here to Aiden Hazen is swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. Runner comes down the line from third. The next pitch to Hazen, again hit foul. 0-2. Johnson's at third. Christ at second. Tyner over at first. 1 out, top of the first inning. 1 run in already. And Eugene trying to bust it open here early, as that pitch is over for a strike 3 called.
There's a fastball that split the plate at the knees. It's a really good pitch on the mound from Jensen to get back into this one.
First strikeout for Jensen, and boy, it couldn't come at a better time either. So now there's 2 outs with the bases full, and the number 7 batter in the inning. Here is Caden Gould, the opposite catcher. Gould hitting .286 for the tournament. He has 2 hits and 7 at-bats as he rolls the first pitch foul, and it's 0-1. He does not hit a home run, and he has not driven in anybody as well here in the tournament so far. And now, hold on a second, as the pitcher and the shortstop and the catcher all want to get together, and I'm sure this has to do with signs and sequences with the guy at second base and the bases loaded. So they have their little chat, and they all go walking back to their positions.
So on the opposite end, we said the challengers, they want to score multiple runs in this inning. If you're the service team, if you can get out of this inning allowing only the 1 run, that kind of feels like a win just with the situation you put yourself in.
0-1 on Gould. The next pitch misses down and in, and it's a ball and a strike. So 1-1. A run in already here for Oregon in the top of the first on the T7 propane scoreboard. And the 1-1 pitch. That's whacked to center. That's going to be in for a hit. Over to cut it off is Hickman, One run is in. They're going to send the second runner, and he is out at the plate.
Great relay right there to cut that runner down.
So Gould drives in one as Johnson comes in to score, and then Christ is thrown out at home as he's out 8-2 for the third out of the inning. But they get 2 runs. 2 runs on a pair of hits. There was an error, and they leave a couple of men on base as well, as we are done with a half inning as it's 2-0 Eugene on the T7 Propane scoreboard. This is a presentation of the American League Northwest Regional Tournament brought to you by Ready. As remember, find the information for them at ready.com. We are ready.
The perfect mix of different ingredients can create the most delicious creation. Successful people have the ability to bring many different individuals together who work, collaborate, show kindness, use problem-solving skills, and include each individual's talents and gifts to create new inventions, compose beautiful music, and find ways to make the world a better place. At Uintah County School District Number 1, we work together every day to promote student success. Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. Our experts self-perform all phases of construction on new or existing structures, such as site excavation, access road creation, concrete foundations, welding, and the installation and maintenance of piping, tanks, metal buildings, and more. Our turnkey services will have your facility operational quickly and safely. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
All right, we go back here to the bottom of the first inning as Eugene gets 2 in the top of the inning. We gave you the Alaska lineup already, so we'll go to work here in the bottom of the second. As the first pitch here to Rylan Nykel is rolled foul, and it's 0-1. Nykel 4 for 7 in the tournament, comes in hitting the lofty batting average of .571 playing here in this tournament. A home run and a couple of RBIs as well. The 0-1 half swing going to cost him as he went too far, and it's 0-2 as Aldo Mora, the home plate umpire, said, no, you can't do that. No balls and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch misses outside. As the guys from Eugene, boy, they are charged up, getting a couple of runs in the first inning. And the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed.
It's a nasty off-speed pitch right there. Kind of looks like that was tailing in at the foot of the hitter. It's a great way to start this game on the mound for Wooten.
Here's Chase Maselli, I should say, as he'll come up here for the first time. And here in the bottom of the first inning, it gives us a chance to check the boys from Eugene with the leather out in the field. There's the first pitch to Maselli. That's a strike. Hazen's the first baseman. McDonald's at second. Johnson's the third baseman. And Saunders is over at third. Actually, I think I have these backwards. Ball and a strike to count here on Maselli. That's going to be a ground ball towards short. Diving, smothered the ball. Nope, got through him and rolls out into center field.
Great effort out there at short, try to get that ball, but for Maselli getting on base. Now, if you're this Alaska team, if you can answer back, go to the next inning down 2-1, you feel a little bit better about how the first inning played out. Obviously, you would still lose the inning, but 2-1 is a much more manageable lead.
That's a heck of an effort by Johnson to try to knock it down at least. But it snuck through, and it's a hit. The first hit of the game for Anchorage. As they go to first base and back to the bag over there is Chase Maselli. Anchorage wearing the white pants, black jerseys as they are the home team here this afternoon. Breaking ball, that's over for a strike. And it's 0-1. Eugene, red jerseys and gray pants. They wore those Montreal Expo replica uniforms yesterday and did very well in them. I think I'd be a little superstitious and want to come back with the same uniform, as that pitch is a breaking ball that misses down and away, and it's a 1-1.
Yeah, the uniform repertoire of a lot of these teams, they all have a lot of different uniforms, and a lot of them look really sharp.
So Raftery waiting at the plate. The pitch home to Jake. That one's up high, and it's now 2 balls and a strike.
So the difference between those two breaking balls and that fastball, sitting at 80 with the fastball, 68, 12-mile-an-hour difference between the fastball and the curveball.
Next pitch bounded over the mound. There's the second baseman, McDonald, and has it skip past him on the short hop, and that's going to send Maselli all the way to third.
It's a good job out in center field. They overran the ball, but got back to it quickly to make sure the runner from third didn't try to score. Now you give yourself an opportunity to get out of the inning with a ground ball here.
Back-to-back hits. Still only one out now with runners at the corners, and now here's the cleanup hitter, Hunter Christensen. Christensen has 4 hits and 8 at-bats in the tournament coming in here at the start of play here this afternoon. That's an even .500 average, and he's driven in 5.
Alaska's been very aggressive here. Let's see if they get that runner going.
Hit in the air, left field, playable. Coming over into the gap is Richardson. He's there, makes the catch, tagging in third, and coming home is Maselli. And it's a 2-1 game as Maselli gets Anchorage on the board.
Good at-bat there from Christensen. Understanding the situation, runner at third, less than 1 out, doing the job. That's excellently done. Also, great job by the outfield for Eugene. Instead of throwing all the way home, they hit the cutoff man that keeps that trail runner at first. Now you're going to have to take a couple of base hits to score that runner.
So here is Andrew Hickman, the center fielder, as Hickman takes the first pitch for a ball. Ball 1 ball and no strikes. Hickman with just 2 hits in the tournament comes in hitting .333, hits a ground ball to short. Charging and having the ball go under his glove is Johnson, and everybody's going to be safe.
Well, we've seen defensive miscues early on here. And it ended up costing both teams. Now that's 2 errors against the Eugene Challengers as we're going to get a mound visit. Wonder if this is more about just calming the pitcher down and bringing the infield in and trying to settle them in.
Just gives him a little chance to take a breath here a little bit, as he's really worked quickly to 5 hitters, and give him a chance now to step off and take a breath. Unfortunately for Johnson, I think he was kind of got lulled into those true bounces, easy bounces that we got on the easy turf over at Pessel Field on the first day of the tournament. Those are easy bounces. This one didn't quite come up high enough for him, and it snuck under his glove.
And that's an interesting point, Dan, because defense has not been as good as what it was the first 2 days. Defense has been a storyline, but not for the reason with the men flashing the leather that you'd like.
So here's the pitcher, Colby Jensen, for Anchorage, as he slaps it foul down the right field side, and it's 0-1.
Anchorage team is very aggressive on the first pitch. Saw them swinging first pitch of the game. That's kind of their mantra. They love to be aggressive. They're here to try to be aggressive and win in the margins with that aggressiveness.
The 0-1 pitch, again hit foul off the first base side, and Drew Wooten jumps out ahead. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first, or run in. 2-1. Oregon leading on the T7 propane scoreboard. And the next pitch misses down and in, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. That's a good pitch to show to him. He went out over the plate and he hit a couple of balls foul to right. Come back inside and down and see if he can get him to pound one just right down to the dirt. There's that same pitch again, a breaking ball that he lays off down around his shoe tops, and it's now 2-2.
It's a good take by Jensen at the plate. You see that fastball, it's kind of in the same tunnel as that curveball. The idea is to try to get the batter to swing because it looks like the same pitch that was thrown before. It's a really good take.
A run home on 2 hits and a couple of errors here in the bottom of the first. There's a ground ball that's going to make it into right field, base hit. Turning and coming home is Raftery. Now he's going to slam on the brakes and go back, and the bases will be loaded with 2 outs.
This has been an excellent job by this Alaska team responding to giving up 2 in the top of the first. And, why not? If you've watched this team all weekend, they've had a response for any time something's gone a little awry on them. They have a lot of grit and really been great at bouncing back so far this week.
So it'll be Wooten to go back out of the windup now. The first pitch popped up into right field. Miller's there. Comes up a few steps. He'll put it away, and the inning is over as Maltby flies out in the first pitch that he sees to right field. But they get a run, 1 run on 2 hits. There was 2 errors, and they leave the bases loaded here after the first inning, as is 2-1 Oregon leading on the T7 Propane scoreboard. This is a presentation of the American Legion Northwest Regional Tournament brought to you by Ready. They are an industrial construction and support service, and you can find them online at readyusa.com.
At UNT County School District number 6, each student is important. Each student has different interests. Each student has unique talents and areas for growth and development. We love and appreciate each student, and we work hard to make sure we are meeting the needs of each student so that when we all come together, we create a powerful school district filled with individual students headed for success. UNT County School District number 6 in Lyman. It's a great day to be an Eagle.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
So we go to the second in a 2-1 Eugene lead, and for Eugene as they come back up here, they'll have Caden Richardson, Kyle Miller, then back to the top of the order, as that'll be Eaton McDonald. So here is Richardson. First pitch fastball from Colby Jensen is up high, ball 1. 1 ball with no strikes. Richardson with 1 hit in the tournament. He's 1 for 5, so he's hitting an even 200 right on the Mendoza line. And that pitch is swung out and missed, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. He is yet to drive in anyone here in the tournament as well. The 1-1 pitch hit foul into the screen, and it's 1-2. Anchorage has a couple of the toughest hitters on the team. We'll talk more about them when they come back up again. The 1-2 misses outside, and it is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jensen takes a moment, looks back to check the count, and now Richardson backs out here a second as he wanted to take a little second for himself. Now everybody's ready, and Jensen's 2-2 offering is high and runs the count full, 3-2. The 3-2 pitch is high, ball 4. There's another one of those leadoff walks that'll just drive pitching coaches crazy. Second walk of the game given up by Jensen.
Now batting, number 7, Kyle Miller.
Talked about Alaska responding in the bottom half of the first. Same thing for Eugene here. He can respond in the top of the second inning, get that run right back.
As they go to first base and hopping back on the bag. Over there is Richardson. Ball hit in the air, left field, playable. As Fourier goes back a few steps, he's there and puts that away for the first out as Miller flies out to left. So we'll go back to the top of the order, and Easton McDaniel will come up. McDaniel reached on an error and eventually came around to score in the top of the first inning. Kind of some scattered clouds, a little bit of a nice breeze. It's very comfortable, 74 degrees here in Billings. First pitch to McDonald, misses down low as it bounces in the dirt. Nice save by Martindale to keep it from going to the backstop. and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Fortunately, it's not going to stay that way. They expect some rain coming up tomorrow, and that is reflected on the games. That ball's whacked to center, base hit. McDonald with his first hit, big turn at second base by Richardson, and after the center fielder Hickman kind of overran the ball, I'm sure that Richardson wished he would have kept going.
Yeah, he took a wide turn. He was aggressively ready to go and kind of just threw on the brakes, scampered back, and once you get that stop sign, though, as a runner, it's hard to re-engage and get going.
Third hit of the game for Eugene, and just like in the first inning, they get a couple of guys on base. So 2 on and 1 out here in the top of the second. And Brock Johnson's going to show bunt like he did a couple of times his first time up and ended up walking on a 3-2 pitch.
This Challengers team, they really like to play small ball. They're going to bunt the ball, and they're going to force you as the defense to make the play.
Raftery comes up on the grass expecting bunt. Now takes the pitch high is Johnson, and it is 2 balls and no strikes.
Well, it's not a fun feeling when you're a first baseman standing 45 feet away from home plate, and that batter does not square to bunt.
Nykel playing just about the cut of the grass over at third as they're trying to bird dog the runner at second base, and the pitch hit foul back into the screen, and it's 2-1. These are the two of the 3 best hitting teams in the tournament. As that pitch is up high, count runs to 3-1. We're going to get some action down in the bullpen for Alaska, as they are not be a very short leash on Colby Jensen here in this game that'll get you a berth in the championship series with a win, as that pitch misses inside again. So Johnson walks for the second time. That's 3 walks in an inning and a third. And that's going to get another visit to the mound as the catcher Martindale is going to walk out there to visit with his pitcher Jensen.
Yeah, this is a good job by the Challengers. They're being very patient. If they're not getting strikes, they're not attacking. They're forcing the pitcher into the zone. They do have 3 hits, so when they are in the zone, they are swinging the bat well, but they're going to force you to throw one across the plate to them.
Grady Saunders, the third baseman, is the scheduled hitter. He had a sacrifice his first time up. So here is Saunders, who has 3 hits and 6 at-bats overall in the tournament. That puts him at an even 500. As the first pitch to Saunders popped up into right field. Tagging over at third is the runner, as the catch is made, and he will not go anywhere, and the bases will remain loaded as Richardson stays over at third.
That's a good play by Maltby, because the second baseman had no idea where the ball went. He was standing with his hands up looking for it, but Maltby had that one the entire way as he calls off his second baseman. It's a great job by Maltby understanding the situation, and maybe he didn't know the second baseman didn't see it, but it was never called off, so he took the ball.
So Eli Christ is the scheduled hitter, but hold on. Here comes the pitching coach for Alaska as he's coming out to the mound to visit with Jensen. And with 2 outs and the bases full, this probably is just a strategy session because the right-hander throwing in the bullpen has not had nearly enough time to warm up. In fact, he and the catcher still are really just kind of basically playing catch. As the conversation continues and our home plate umpire, Aldo Mora, goes out to kind of speed things along. And now the coach turns and heads back toward the dugout, and that will bring Eli Christ up to the plate.
I like the discussion. This is a big at-bat in the game. Christ has a home run in the tournament already, so you have to understand you want to keep the ball low, because if he gets a hold of one, he can drive it out of here.
Out of the windup, here comes Jensen. First pitch, breaking ball, drops it over for a strike, and it's 0-1.
It really could be the conversation, too. Starting with the curveball there, forces you to finish it through. Great pitch to start the at-bat.
Christ had an RBI his first time up. It was his third of the tournament. And that ball pulled just foul behind the heels of the runner at third, Richardson.
That is why you get your lead. Foul territory. That almost clipped his heels. That ball was ripped down that line. Heads up in the bullpen as well.
No balls and 2 strikes as Christ climbs back in. Jensen ready. And the next pitch home is a fastball that's high, and it's 1-2.
It's a good take there from Chris after seeing the breaking ball previously in the at-bat. That fastball starts where that breaking ball started, able to lay off.
So runners away from their bases, and the next pitch home, the 1-2 pitch, misses again, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It's a good job here by Chris, battling and protecting as those last 2 pitches, very close, very good pitches, able to lay off them.
Now the 2-2 offering is driven to center. The center fielder, Hickman, it's over his head. He's got to give chase. It goes all the way to the wall. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. Here comes Johnson to the plate. It's a 3-run double by Christ. And it's 5-1.
That ball was tattooed to center field. It's on a line. It cleared the head of the center fielder. It's actually a pretty decent job tracking that ball down on the hop, making sure it doesn't get to the wall. If it does, then Chris is going to scamper all the way to third. Instead, he'll settle for a bases-clearing double. Huge at-bat in this game early on.
That's a big hit. That's as good as a home run as he clears the bases. As Chris, with 4 RBIs in the game, now has 6 in the tournament. So here is Peyton Tyner, the center fielder, hitting from the left side as that ball gets away from the catcher, Martindale, and down to third goes Christ.
You know, I know it's early on, probably a little too early to talk about this, but Christ, if Eugene's able to finish this off, he might be one of the lead candidates for tournament MVPs. He's been fantastic for the Challengers here in Billings.
Jensen's next pitch home, again hit in the air, this time off the third base side, foul, and it's 0-2. If nothing else changed stat-wise, Christ would now have 6 RBIs, and that would make him the leader in the tournament for runs batted in. As that pitch is behind the batter, as it goes, we got a good bounce back to the catcher. Christ had started down the line, then had to double back, and just did make it back in time. As Martindale got a good bounce right back to him. He had Chris hung out to dry, but Chris was just able to get back in time.
That's heads up base running there. I've seen that a couple times today where that ball bounces back very quickly to the catcher. Chris, understanding, getting back. You know, it's going to hurt if you make that final out, but there's really nothing you can do as a base runner there. You're kind of hung up.
Here's the 2-1. Misses outside, runs the count to 3 balls and a strike. As Tyner trying to get aboard however he can. Aiden Hazen would be next. Hold on, time calls. The ball got loose out of the bullpen. Rolls all the way down here behind home plate as the third base umpire very alertly calls timeout. It's Cameron Bjornsson. So now we've got the ball back. We're ready to go again. As Jensen stands both feet on the rubber, the 3-2 pitch. That one again hit to center field. Hickman again's got to go back, but just a couple of steps this time. He's there and puts it away. But they get 3 in the inning, do Eugene, and they'll settle for the 3 runs on 2 hits. There's no errors, and they leave one man standing over at third base as well. So we're done with 2.5. It's now 5-1. The Eugene leading on the T7 propane scoreboard in this presentation of the American League Northwest Regional Baseball Tournament, brought to you by Ready.
High school sports. We love it. We support it. We're your #1 fan. Trona Valley is your local credit union, and we're proud to invest in relationships that go far beyond banking. We're proud to invest in the lives of our young members and their love for sports. You are champions in our community, and we're here to support you all the way, on a court, on the field, or elsewhere. Together, let's develop lifelong successful financial habits. You're awesome. Trona Valley, member NCUA. TronaValley.com. We're here for you.
The strategic plan for Una County School District Number 4 states, through collaboration with the entire learning community, our mission is to instill problem-solving skills in our students that will translate to a rapidly changing global environment. We work to accomplish this by constantly improving student achievement, improving student academic and behavioral skills with a district that operates efficiently and effectively. Uintah County School District Number 4, excellence in teaching, opportunity through learning.
Well, Sebastian Fournier will lead it off here as we go to the bottom of inning number 2 for Anchorage. It'll be Fournier, followed by the catcher, Landon Martindale, then back to the top of the order, and Rylan Nichol. So here's Fournier. As first ball swinging, hits it in the air to short center as the center fielder Tyner comes up, takes charge and makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out.
It's an excellent job right there by the Challengers defense, understanding priority. As center fielder has priority over that ball in the outfield, calling off a second baseman, it's much easier to come in on the ball than it is to go out.
So here's Martindale. Martindale still looking for his first hit of the tournament. He's 0 for 5 in the first couple of games in which Anchorage has played. And the first pitch is just off the outside edge, and it's 0-1.
Third baseman playing in on the grass, protecting against that bunt.
1 pitch. That's rolled up along the first base line. Easy play there as Hazen grabs it and steps on the bag.
That's a good job coming out by Wooten to come in and try to shut the door here after your team staked you to a 4-run lead in the top half of the inning.
That's exactly what you want to do. You want to come back out and establish your dominance once again and get your team back on offense again while their bats are still hot, as the first pitch here to Nichol misses inside, ball 1.
Yeah, that's a good take there. You're probably automatically taking. You don't want your pitcher to go back to the mound after 4 pitches.
Next pitch, back up the middle. It's off the glove of the pitcher, but it's going to find center field anyway. And Nichol has his first hit of the game and his 5th overall in the tournament.
It's a really good piece of hitting there, right back up the box. Got a fastball about middle of the plate. Doesn't do too much with it. Gets on, extends the inning. And if you can get a 2-out rally here, get 1 run back, you feel good about your chances going back in the next inning.
So here is Chase Maselli as they go to first base, and diving back on the bag is Nichol. Well, we said goodbye to 2 teams in the tournament already, and we've said goodbye to a couple today already as well, as that pitch misses outside. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. As earlier today, Scarlet beat Lakeside from Washington, and Lakeside, unfortunately, eliminated from the tournament with their 2nd loss, as again they go back over to first base and Nichol back on the bag. And then that crazy game that played just before we did, the 1-0, is over for a strike, and it's 1-1. Fort Collins beat the defending champion Cheyenne in a crazy game, as the final score 8-5 in that game, as the pitch that time just misses the outside edge, and it's 2-1. So Cheyenne will not repeat as region champions and will crown a new champion before the weekend is out.
Yeah, Sixers led 5-1 in the top of the 7th inning before a 7-run inning by the team out of Fort Collins put them away.
The 2-1 misses outside again, 3-1. Jake Raftery, not the guy you want to mess with as he stands over on deck. Reached on an error his first time up. And here's the 3-1. Popped up. Foul ground. Trio of Eugene players giving chase. It's the left fielder just inside the line, there to make the catch, as Richardson able to come a long way but put it away. No runs, a hit, and 1 left. We're done with 2 as we'll go to the 3rd. 5-1, Eugene, Oregon leading with the score on the T7 Propane scoreboard on this presentation of the American Legion Northwest Region Tournament, brought to you by Ready, an international industrial construction and support services company. Find them online at readyusa.com.
When participating in sports, there's always a lot to talk about performing at the top of your game. I'd like to expand on that and ask, how about performing at the top of your game in every part of your life? This is Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic. I offer solutions to help improve all aspects of your game called life. Pain management, migraines, allergies, emotional release, nutritional supplements based on blood tests, and improved athletic performance. To help you perform at the top of your game every day, call today to schedule an appointment in Evanston or in Kemmer. Hoover Chiropractic, 307-789-0043.
It's It's the best feeling when you've had a long drive and you see your hotel, the Come On Inn, Casper. That means your day just got better. At the Come On Inn, you have lots of options. Unwind in the hot tub, go for a swim, relax in the beautiful atrium, and sleep in total comfort. Centrally located, the Come On Inn is close to everything. In the morning, start your day with a delicious breakfast. Top it all off with an amazing, friendly staff who is always glad to see you. It doesn't get better than that. When you're in Casper, always stay at the Come On Inn.
Welcome back. First pitch of the inning to Aiden Hazen is whacked to center field, but the center fielder Hickman comes over into left center and makes the catch for the first out. It's in this inning, the top of the third, the Uinta I Envision inning. So 1 out, and now here is Caden Gould, the catcher. Gould singled his first time up. That's his third hit of the tournament. As that pitch in the dirt, ball one ball and no strikes.
A big part in this game. For the team out of Service, Alaska, you got to start putting zeros on the board. 4 runs, not impossible to come back from, but you don't want to make your job a lot harder than it has to be.
Swung on and missed on a breaking ball, and it's 1-1.
But it's not an easy task against this Challenger offense that has been very, very good to start the game and throughout the tournament.
1-1 pitch, down low again, ball 2. It's 2 balls and a strike. I don't know if you haven't heard yet, they talked about it earlier in the previous games, but a little bit of adjustment to the schedule for tomorrow. As that ball's lined toward left field. Fournier going back. He's short of the track. He'll turn and have to make the catch. So 2 outs. And here comes Caden Richardson to the plate. They're expecting some weather problems tomorrow, late afternoon into the evening tomorrow, so they've moved tomorrow's games up, if you're interested to know. The first game tomorrow, which will start at 12 noon. That is the Billings Scarlets, I should say. Here is the pitch to Richardson that is over for a strike, and it's 0-1. They would play the loser of this game tomorrow at 12 noon, as that pitch is high, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Then the second game will move up about 4 hours, as that will be a 3 p.m. start. And Fort Collins, who won the previous game, as a pitch hit foul back into the screen, will play the winner of this game coming up tomorrow.
So the one caveat to that, Dan, is that the two teams, if they've already played, they will not play each other again until Championship Sunday.
The 1-2 pitch. One hopper hit toward the shortstop. As Christensen has it there, throw it across in time, and it's a perfect 1-2-3 inning here in the top of the third for Jensen as he puts the side out in order. We're done with 2.5. We'll go to the third. It is 5-1 with Eugene on top on the T7 scoreboard, T7 propane scoreboard, I should say. Excuse me. This is a presentation of the American Legion Northwest Regional Tournament. It's all brought to you by Ready. Make sure you check them online at ready.com. They've been serving you and supporting you since 1982. We are ready.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
Foot pain can make even the simplest things a struggle. Dr. Chad Brady is a foot and ankle surgeon who listens to your concerns, offering a variety of solutions to get you back on your feet and out of pain. Dr. Chad Brady can help you get back to the life you deserve. Don't let foot pain stop you from living your life. Schedule an appointment today. Dr. Chad Brady, Uinta Medical Group. Call or schedule online at evanstonanytime.com.
All right, we go back to work here in the bottom of the third inning as up at the plate here for Anchorage, it is Jake Raftery, the leadoff, As the first pitch to Rafferty missed high, the next pitch breaking ball for a strike, and it's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, another breaking ball on the outside corner of the knees, and it's 1-2.
See if the pitchers can start to settle in as Wooten looks like he's starting to find his rhythm out there on the mound.
Rafferty reached on an error his first time and rolls one foul. Rafferty hit a ground ball toward the second baseman. That was the ball that McDonald had go through him out into center field, and they ruled that an error against McDonald. It's kind of a tough play. He was sprawling to try to get to it, but they charged an error nonetheless. The 1-2. Ground ball to short on a couple, 2 or 3 hops. Johnson has it there, play it across, easy play, and that's the first out as Rafferty is 0 for 2 now here in the game.
Not only have the pitchers settled in, defenses have settled in quite a bit as well.
So here's Hunter Christian as he comes to the plate. Christian hit a sacrifice fly to pick up the run his first time up, as his sacrifice picked up Chase Maselli, and the first pitch is up high, ball 1. The 1-0 bounces up there, and it's 2 balls and a strike. And a full slate of baseball action on this Friday night, as again the pitch misses up high again, ball 3, 3-0. We'll duck in Major League scores as we get the opportunity here. The 3-0 pitch, that is over for a strike, and it's 3-1. They're in the bottom of the 9th inning at Fenway Park. Houston is on top of Boston 8-3 as the pitch over again for a strike and runs the count full against Hunter Christian. 3-2 pitch, hit to center, and it's going to get down for a hit. So Christian with his first hit of the game. That's the 4th hit of the game for Anchorage, and with 1 out and 1 on. Here is Andrew Hickman, the center fielder, who also reached on an error his first time up. His second of the 2 errors committed by Eugene in the first inning. First pitch hit cued foul into the backstop screen, and it's 0-1.
See if the Service Cougars, if they're going to be aggressive here. They're down by 4, so you're less likely to steal a base, but they've been very willing to run throughout the tournament.
They go to first base, back to the bag. Padres get 3 runs in the top of the 10th inning and make them stand up in Miami. They beat the Miami Marlins by a score of 6-2 tonight. As the next pitch is a breaking ball that misses inside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. White Sox and the Cubs playing over in Chicago. Of course they are, right? As that game in the bottom of the 6th inning. And that is the Cubs on top, 7-5. Excuse me. As again, that pitch is up high again, ball 2, 2-1. End of 7 in Kansas City, the I-70 series with the Royals leading the St. Louis Cardinals 5-4. As that pitch again misses inside. And it's 3 balls and a strike, I should say, here on Andrew Hickman. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and it's up and in, ball 4. Single and a walk, 2 on and 1 out.
Yeah, Wooten just needs to take a lap around the mound. He's kind of rushing through his mechanics, through his pitches. He was in the windup feeling good. Then he got to the stretch there, went to the slide step, but his body kind of seems out of sorts. He's leaving that ball high and inside.
First walk that he has allowed in the game. There's 1 out, runners at first and second. And here is his opposing number, Colby Jensen, who was still looking for his first hit till he singled his first time up and takes the first pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-1. With that hit, Jensen's now 1 for 8 in the tournament.
It's a nice job bouncing back by Wooten on the mound. Sometimes you start to rush a little bit when you get into the slide step, trying to make sure that runner doesn't steal. You rush through your mechanics and you leave the ball out of the zone.
Next pitch, breaking ball, hit off the end of the bat, foul along the right field side.
He's going with the full leg kick here. And, you have that ability because you're not really as worried about the runner trying to steal third. You feel like you can get to the ball home quick enough to throw him out at third with the normal leg kick.
So 0-2 the count here now on Jensen. Wooten ready, the 0-2. Tied him up and strikes him out. That's a tough pitch right there.
That's a pitch that's bearing in on the hand. Starts on the inner third of the plate. May have been off the plate by the end, but it's a strike long enough to induce the swing. That's a tough pitch to make contact with.
Second strikeout for Wooten in the game. Now there's 2 outs as he bluffs back to second base. And Trevor Maltby, who flew out to right field his first time up, is at the plate. Minnesota leading against Cleveland as they play in the bottom of the 7th inning. That's 5-3, Twins on top as the pitch is bounced up there. Ball 1 ball and no strikes.
It's a pretty big series over there as that's top 2 teams in the American League Central for the top of that division.
Atlanta at Colorado as they play up in Denver. The Rockies leading that game 5-2 as they're in the top of the 6th inning as a fastball over for a strike, and it's 1-1. End of the second down in Phoenix, Arizona and the Philadelphia Phillies. The Diamondbacks get a run early. They lead 1-0. Just underway in Seattle, the Mets and the Mariners are scoreless. The 1-1. Big chopper toward first, but that's going to go foul, and it's now 1-2. Pittsburgh and the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium, just underway, scoreless. The finals from today, Minnesota and Cleveland played a doubleheader. Minnesota won the first game by the score of 4-2. Washington knocked off the Anaheim Angels in the nation's capital 3-2. While Baltimore gets a win on the road down in Tampa Bay 4-1, the 1-2 pitch. Little roller up along the third base line. It's going to roll foul, and it stays at 1-2. Up north of the border, Oakland falls to the Toronto Blue Jays 3-1. The Padres and the Marlins also played a doubleheader today, with the Padres winning the first game 3-2. Now the 1-2 pitch again, line, fair ball down along the right field line. Hustling to third, it's Christian. They're going to hold him there on a double by Trevor Maltby.
It's a great piece of hitting right there. Breaking ball that was on the outside part of the plate. Not trying to do too much with it. Just flips it down that right field line. As now the opportunity here. You can pull yourself within 1 with a base hit. That's a great piece of hitting right there from Maltby.
A double drives in 1 run as Hunter Christensen comes home. Makes it 5-2. And Hickman goes all the way to third as the first pitch here to Sebastian Fournier is down low, ball 1. Wooten goes back to the windup again. The 0-1 pitch hit right back up the middle. It's into center field. That's going to be a base hit. That's going to get 1 in. Here comes Maltby to the plate, and he is safe. So a 2-run single for Fournier. 3 runs home here in the inning, and it's 5-4.
Just like that, this Service Alaska team's battled all the way back to be down by 1. Good slide at the plate. Went to the outside part of the plate. The throw was up the line. Catcher tries to tag as he's making the catch. If he's sliding on the inside, he might be able to tag him. Instead, he can't quite reach. That's a great job sliding to the outside part.
Back-to-back hits, 3 runs on 3 hits here in the inning. Now here's the number 9 hitter, Landon Martindale, the catcher. First pitch to Martindale, line to center, coming over and not being able to pick it up there is Tyner as it's a hit to extend the inning.
And the onslaught continues as this Service Alaska team, they're feeling it at the plate.
Who said hitting isn't contagious as Martindale lines the first pitch into center field, and that's his first hit of the tournament. He's now 1 for 6 overall, and we're going to get a visit to the mound.
And now you got the top of your order with runners on. Opportunity to tie this ball game with a knock.
Well, if he walks out to the mound to come out and talk to Wooten, gives us a chance to give you the last couple of games in the big leagues today. just underway in San Francisco. That's Detroit and the San Francisco Giants scoreless in the top of the first. And Texas in New York to take on the Yankees. They were postponed today because of rain.
This mound visit might be more about just kind of slowing the game down, as it seems like the momentum just keeps climbing and climbing and climbing in Alaska's favor. You slow them down. Don't let that make that contagious hitting. Wait through about a minute or two of just waiting.
Yeah, the 3 runs here in the inning, so it's 5 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors on for Oregon. 4 runs, 7 hits now for Alaska, and they've committed 1 error. Of course, Alaska is the best hitting team in the tournament, as they came in hitting .314 as a team over their first 2 games. And at the start of play today, no other team was hitting over 300.
Absolutely, as they've scored the most runs as well coming into today.
Here's Rylan Neal, the 8th man to hit in the inning, and back to the top of the order and takes the first pitch inside. Neal 1 for 2. He's 5 for 8 now in the tournament, as he started play today hitting .571. As that ball hit in the air to right field, should be playable. Miller comes over near the line. He's there and makes the catch, and the inning finally comes to an end. But Anchorage sends 8 men to the plate. 3 of them come home to score on 3 hits, and they leave a couple of men on base as well. We're done with 3 innings here, as it's now much different. It's a 1-run game now, with Oregon leading 5-4 on the T7 propane scoreboard. This is the presentation of the American Legion Northwest Regional Tournament, brought to you by Ready, a industrial construction and support service. Find them online at ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
At Black's Fork Dental, we're not just a dental office, we're a family. We believe in inspiring lasting smiles, and that means welcoming patients of all ages. From the littlest smiles to the wisest grins, our team is here to provide gentle and caring dental care for your entire family. Our warm and friendly atmosphere will make you and your kids feel right at home, ensuring every visit is a positive one. At our office, we use the latest technology to provide top-notch care for your family's dental needs, from x-rays to crowns, clear correct to implants, or even dentures. Black's Fork Dental, where advanced technology meets compassionate care. Join our dental family today by scheduling at blacksforkdental.com.
When was the last time you got to stay at a hotel that had an indoor waterfall and a fish pond? Or a hotel with a swimming pool, a baby pool, and 5 hot tubs? At the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming, you'll get all of this, plus an amazing complimentary breakfast. You can even reserve a suite with a private jacuzzi for 2. The rates are so affordable that every time you're in Casper, you and the whole family can stay without breaking the bank. The best hotel in Casper is the Come On In and Suites. Make your reservations today and come on in.
9-1-2 due up here for Eugene as we go to the top of inning number 4, as Kyle Miller at the plate takes the first pitch low on a curveball. It bounces up there at home plate, and it's 0-1. Miller 0 for 1 in the game, flew out to left field. He's still in that group of players still looking for their first hit in the tournament as he takes that pitch outside. Again, ball 2 is 2-0. Miller 0 for 4 overall in the tournament thus far, as he turns on one, hits it along the left field line. Fournier coming over near the line and will make the catch, as that's the first out.
Big job on the mound right here. If you can get back in the dugout, you put 3 runs up, a bunch of base hits in that inning. Your offense is feeling great. You're feeling confident at the plate. If you can get back there as quickly as possible, you give yourself an opportunity to try to get the lead.
That's 5 in a row set down by Jensen as we go back to the top of the order. Here is Eaton McDonald, who takes the first pitch away. Ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. McDonald's reached on an error, singled, and scored twice already here today. Shortens, shows bunt, pulls the bat back, takes the pitch inside. Ball 2, 2-0.
The challengers, though, you don't want your pitcher to go back out to the mound after a quick inning at the plate. You got to put some good at-bats together.
Next pitch misses away, again up high, and it's 3 balls and no strikes. I'm guessing McDonald is probably one of the last people they want on the base paths, no matter how many are out, And the 3-0 pitch on the way, taking all the way, and takes a strike right down Broadway, and it's 3-1. And once again, we're going to get some action in the bullpen for Alaska down the left field line. 3-1. Missed away, ball 4.
Great job getting on base, and every time he's been on base, havoc has been caused. It's always a good omen for an offense when your leadoff hitter gets on 3 times in a game.
McDonald's gotten on base just about every way imaginable, by error, by hit, and now a walk. The fourth walk of the game allowed by Jensen. There goes the runner. The throw is good, right on the money, and got him.
That's a great play behind the plate. Wasting no time, McDonald took off. A perfect throw, nabs him at second as the momentum slowly continues to build in Service's favor.
So 2 outs quickly after the walk and the caught stealing, as the pitch was a strike to Johnson in the 0-1. Goes back up to that big overhand breaking pitch that stays high, and it's a ball and a strike.
Just didn't quite finish that one.
Very quick release by Martindale, and he threw it right on the bag as the ball's bunted up along the first base side. That'll trickle foul, and it's now 1-2.
I like the idea, trying to get on any way possible. Corner infielders were playing back. If you lay down the bunt, which is something that Eugene Oregon has done a great job of this tournament, bunt base hits.
1-2 pitch. Takes it inside off the plate, and the count evens at 2-2.
It's a really good 1-2 pitch, bearing in on the hands of the hitter.
Outfield straightaway here against Johnson, and the 2-2 offering. Sprayed foul out to right field. Now 2 will go foul, and it stays at 2-2. Working quickly now, the 2-2 pitch is up high, as that'll run the count full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs on Brock Johnson here in the top of inning number 4. 3-2 pitch. Popped up, and again it'll go foul off the first base side. Back amongst the customers.
Yeah, this is a good at bat for Johnson after the runner getting thrown out at second. You want to try to battle and get back on. You just don't want a 1-2-3 inning here. Just allow your pitcher Wooten to take a little bit of a deep breath as that last half inning was extended.
Again, the 3-2, as again that's going to be hit foul off the first base side. I want to congratulate the folks here at the Billings Mustangs Baseball Club, helping to put on this great tournament, as they have been fantastic hosts along with the tournament coordinators and his staff here. Yes, this is quite a ballpark. Very nice place. As that one line caught by the third baseman. He hit it hard, but Nykel able to climb the ladder and make the play before the ball could get down the line. As they're out here in the top of the 4th, no runs, no hits, a walk. But thanks to the caught stealing, nobody left. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Still 5-4, Eugene on top on the T7 Propane scoreboard on this presentation of the American League Northwest Regional Championship, brought to you by Ready on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Established in 1984, T7 Propane provides you with quick and affordable service. Rely on T7 services to bring warmth and comfort to your home or business. T7 Propane delivers everywhere from the Fort Bridger area throughout Bear Lake Valley. Schedule your delivery today at T7propane.com. T7 Propane, for all your propane needs.
When you want all the amenities, a wonderful restaurant, and clean, comfortable rooms in Evanston, stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. Whether you're in town for high school sports, on a business trip, or traveling with the whole family, book your stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. It's a 5-star experience from the time you check in until you say goodbye till next time. The Best Western Dunmar Inn, supporting students and families in all their activities. Make your reservations today.
Bottom of the 4th inning, Dan Hubbard along with Aaron Poling here in Billings, Montana. And the first pitch here to Chase Maselli bounces up there, ball 1. Maselli's the only guy who didn't hit in the 3rd inning when Anchorage posted 3 runs in the inning and sent a total of 8 men to the plate. As that ball hit in the air toward right center field, trying to head toward the gap. Coming over is the right fielder Miller, and able to make the play. 1 out.
Let's see if Wooten get himself a quick inning here. You know, last couple of innings, the momentum shifted towards this Alaska team just because they've been able to put the ball in play, get runners on, and drive them in. It was a long third inning for Wooten as he wants to try to regulate his pitch count.
Even though he still has a lead, 5-4, he's allowed more hits than his team has for him in the game. As a breaking ball here to Jake Raftery, bounces up there, ball 1. Alaska with 7 hits in the game. Eugene with only 4, but they have a 1-run lead at 5-4 here in the bottom of the 4th. As that pitch again misses down low, and it's 2 balls and no strikes.
He was able to quickly get the first out in the third. It's where the second batter where he fell off.
Lined along the right field line. Miller's got to chase this into the corner, and it's going to get down and all the way into the corner. Raftery's going to go to second, and he's going to keep on chugging. Nope, hold on, I'm going to slam on the brakes instead.
You got to get some air brakes for that big rig right there. Good job getting back, as it's kind of a helpless feeling when you round the bag at second, especially on a ball into the right field. You see that stop sign. You don't know where the ball is, so you have to scamper back. You don't have time to find it. It's a good job getting back. Good job getting a base hit down that line. As a fastball in the outside corner. He tattooed that ball. Gets the tying run all the way to second base. Now gives his teammates an opportunity to drive him in and get this back even.
Second double of the game for Anchorage. That gives them a total of 7 extra base hits now in the tournament. As the first pitch is a fastball that's up high, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes.
Whatever it is, they got their hitting shoes through TSA on their way over here as they have come to play, and they have hit the ball all around the park in these 3 days.
Cheyenne had 5 extra base hits as a team going into play today. As that pitch over for a strike. Check that, missed inside, ball 2, 2-0. Wooten ready again, looks back at second, and the 1-1 offering. I was right the first time. They changed the scoreboard on me as that pitch misses down low, and that's ball 2, 2-0.
Well, big spot here for Christian. You got yourself ahead in the count, 2-0. Looking for a fastball you can do some damage with.
Cheyenne had 5 extra base hits in their game today. That makes them easily the leader in extra base hits in the tournament. 2 balls and a strike on Hunter Christian, who's 1 for 1 in the game. Wooten's next pitch home, fastball is up and runs the count to 3-1.
Well, this team from Alaska, they got the rest of this game and at least 1 more to try to catch up.
Wooten ready again. As he sets up the letters, and the next pitch misses down low, and ball 4.
It's a great at-bat right there. You get a runner in scoring position. It's a tying run. You want to come up and you want to be the one to drive that run in, but when you simply don't get a pitch to hit, you just pass the baton to the next guy, and this Alaska team's done a good job of that throughout the tournament. As right here, now you get another run on. Not only is the tying run on, now the go-ahead run's on as well.
Second walk of the game for Wooten to go along with his 2 strikeouts, and now here is Andrew Hickman. Swung on and missed as he bores hard in on Hickman's hands. Hickman swang through it, and it's 0-1.
Wooten's got to bear down here. He has the ability to get out of this one. You're still only 1 ground ball away from leaving the inning with the lead.
The 0-1 offering. Breaking ball in the dirt. Knocked down there by Gould. Able to keep it in front of him. No advancement at second base by Raftery.
It's not only a great job of knocking that ball down, it's a great job of, once the ball gets away, springing to your feet and chasing it down and making sure that runner can't advance.
Now he's going to hustle out to the mound here and go out and have a talk with Wooten for a moment. With 2 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Wooten clinging to a 1-run lead. His team leads 5-4 over Alaska as the guys from Eugene trying to pick up where they left off yesterday. They got such a great pitching performance and turned it into a victory. And both these teams are 2-0 coming into play tonight. Ball and a strike on Hickman, the 1-1 pitch. fouled into the glove of Gould. Now it's 1-2.
I got a chance to talk to the Challengers pitching or coaching staff, and Colin Hernandez perfect through 10 batters, but no matter what, he was coming out of that game as Hernandez himself was more worried about pitching the championship day than a perfect game.
Off speed breaking pitch inside and swung on and missed. They went back to like they had that first pitch. The breaking ball in on the hands just tied Hickman up as he strikes out. Third strikeout for Wooten, and now there is 2 outs and 2 on. And it brings up Colby Jensen, who is singled and struck out. Wooten out of the stretch, comes back, first pitch, misses down and away to his opposite number as Jensen takes that pitch down low.
Opportunity here for Jensen, help your own cause on the mound.
Jensen hitting 111 in the tournament. He is 1 for 9. Lines that one to right. Here comes the right fielder. That's Miller, who has to play it on a bounce, and they'll get it back in, and the bases are loaded.
It's a great decision right there from Miller. If you're not sure if you're going to get it, laying out with a bunch of runners on, and if you miss that ball, not only do you give up the tying run, you give up the go-ahead run, and possibly the other runner gets all the way into scoring position. If you can't get there, it's better to lay up and just live to fight another play. Great play there.
So Anchorage now with 8 hits in the game to this inning. They've loaded the bases with 2 outs, and now here's Trevor Maltby. Maltby doubled homer run his last time up. And the first pitch knocked down by Gould at the home plate, and it's 1 ball and no strikes.
And we saw that in the major leagues yesterday. A player went to make a diving catch to end the game. He missed it. The other team scores 3 runs. They lose the game because of the missed fly ball.
Next pitch, line foul out along the first base side, and it's 1-1. Outfield really swung around toward right field. Richardson playing well off the line and left as that ball again hit foul back off the screen on the first base side, and it's now 1-2. Miller, the right fielder, playing considerably over near the line. So there's a lot of room down the left field line if Maltby can pull one down into the left field corner. The 1-2. Breaking pitch, hitting the air. Again, coming over, it's Miller crossing over into foul ground, but he'll run out of room. And the count stays at 1-2 with 2 outs. Couple of guys on base, but no runs home so far here in the bottom of the 4th inning for Alaska. They still trail by a run.
There is not a lot of room down that first base line as you run out of foul territory really quickly.
Time called. I think the home plate umpire is looking for some baseballs. Nope, we're going to go out and pay a visit to Wooten. As is the coach comes back out again, comes jogging back out to the mound. As they'll be joined there by the entire infield with a 1-2 count and 2 outs here in the inning. He wants to talk about any other pitches that are going to come home before he throws another one here in the bottom of the 4th with a couple of guys on base.
Yeah, there's no one warming up in the pen down in the Oregon side. Doesn't mean they can't go to someone on the infield. Pitch count could be a possibility. They do have Hernandez coming back. Regardless of what happens, he's available. But such a big at-bat, big pitch. Maltby kind of fought one off with 2 strikes his last at-bat down that right field line to score a couple. I think they're trying to avoid a similar outcome right here.
Maltby 3 for 7 overall in the tournament. Here's the next pitch. Fastball just missed outside. It's 2-2. Close pitch. But Wooten can't get the call. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Hit right back through the middle. Base hit. That's going to get 1, and as Raftery comes in. Coming home is Christensen. The throw not in time, and Alaska has a lead at 6-5.
That's a couple of just great at-bats for Trevor Maltby. He's had 2 strikes against him a couple of times, able to fight it off the first time. That time gets a pitch over the middle of the plate, goes right back up the middle. Great piece of hitting, gives his team the lead.
So Murphy doubles in a pair of runs and gives his team the lead. And now here is Sebastian Fournier. And the first pitch hit foul, and it's 0-1.
It's double-digit hits already in the game for this Anchorage team.
So Jensen's at second, won't be over at first. As a breaking ball, great pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-2.
Tack some runs on here. You got an opportunity to score more. We've seen today that leads aren't necessarily safe no matter how many you have. You want to try to build that lead as much as possible.
Next pitch, it does a little check swing, but it's going to cost him in the pitch on the corner for a strike, and Fournier strikes out for the third out. But not before Anchorage puts 2 more runs on the board on 3 hits. No errors and 2 men left as they come back after giving up the lead early, and now they've regained the lead as it is 6-5 with Anchorage on top on the T7 Propane scoreboard. This is a presentation of the American League Northwest Regional Baseball Tournament brought to you by Ready on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
Established in 1984, T7 Propane provides you with quick and affordable service. Rely on T7 services to bring warmth and comfort to your home or business. T7 Propane delivers everywhere from the Fort Bridger area throughout Bear Lake Valley. Schedule your delivery today at T7propane.com. T7 Propane, for all your propane needs.
Bottom of the fifth, and the first pitch here to Landon Martindale, the catcher for Anchorage, is over for a strike, and it's 0-1. We want to thank the folks at T7 Propane for signing on and joining us here at the tournament in Billings, as the 0-1 pitch bounces up there, and it's a ball and a strike. Well, the momentum has officially changed as Ogden has, or I should say Eugene has not scored in their last 3 at-bats, as that pitch misses inside again. And it's ball 2 balls and a strike. On the other hand, Anchorage has scored 5 runs on a total of 6 hits in the last 2 innings. As the pitch hit foul back into the screen, and it's now 2-1. Martindale grounded out, singled, 1 for 2 on the day. And that single that he had back in the 3rd inning was his first hit in the tournament, as he is 1 for 7 now overall, as that pitch swung on and missed. Strikeout number 4 for Wooten. 1 out, and back to the top of the order. Ryland Nykel comes up.
Well, if you're Wooten on the mound now, you have to put up the zeros. You have to give your team the opportunity to come back in this one. You know, you still have 9 outs to go, 1 run. You can score 1 run pretty easily. This team has shown they're very capable of scoring.
Look out, breaking pitch up around Nykel's head, ducks out of the way, and it's 1-0. Yeah, posting a 0 is something he hasn't done very much of. In fact, the Anchorage squad has scored in 3 of the 4 innings thus far, and with 1 out, Nykel rolls the ball into right field for a base hit.
It's now 11 hits, man. Alaska, their offensive onslaught, Dan, it's been very impressive throughout this tournament. You know, you talked about they're the only team hitting above 300. Not only hitting above 300, hitting above 300 with extra base power.
Right. And they have at least 1 hit now in every inning. As with 1 out, Nykel singles. Now here is Chase Maselli. Little ground ball, little bunt picked up by the 3rd baseman. Throws, look out, a collision over at first base. And then the ball gets away, backed up by Miller, the right fielder. And going all the way over to the 3rd is Nykel.
That's a good job by Miller, just backing up that play, because if you don't, that ball could roll all the way down in the corner, and that could be multiple bases.
They're going to call that an error on the 3rd baseman, Saunders. A bad throw on the bunt play, and then the collision and the ball rolled away just a little bit from Hazen. That allowed Nykel to move over to 3rd, so there's runners at the corners and 1 out. And now here's probably the last guy you want to face right now with men on base. It's Jake Raftery. Pitch to Raftery, misses outside, ball 1.
See if they get the runner over at first on the move. Try to stay out of the double play here. Alaska's been super aggressive throughout this tournament on the base paths.
Going to go to first base and back to the bag. Over at first base is Maselli.
And the challengers were here last night watching this Alaska team play against the Fort Collins team, and they saw the same thing we did. Alaska willing to try to steal bases in big moments.
There goes the runner, and the pitch is rolled foul over by the first base dugout, and it's 1-1. That double that Raftery had his last time up, actually, believe it or not, is his first extra base hit of the tournament.
Swinging a good bat.
Count even at 1s. And once again, Wooten's going to go back over to first base. Runners at the corners. Michaels stands over at third, Maselli at first. One out here in the bottom, the bottom of the fifth. Breaking ball in the dirt. Runner was going. So even though the pitch was in the dirt, it'll still be a stolen base for Maskell as he was running on the pitch.
He just happened to pick the perfect pitch to go on, and now suddenly base hit extends that lead to 3 as Alaska continues that trend of being ultra aggressive. And so far, it's hard to argue with the results.
So 2-1 now, and got a couple of more men in scoring position as once again, Alaska's threatening to dent home plate. Next pitch home, swung on and missed. Good pitch. Breaking ball up in the zone that Raftery couldn't lay off of, and the count evens at 2s.
Yeah, he put a pretty big swing on that pitch, just never got to him. Great job changing speeds on the mound.
2-2 offering. Look out, breaking ball doesn't break, and it hits Raftery, and that'll load the bases again.
Well, hit by pitch hurts a little less with 2 strikes. I'm sure Raftery, with the way he's swinging the bat, would still like to be swinging it, but you continue to pass the baton, and so far that approach for this Alaska team has worked wonders for him.
So the bases are full. Now here's the shortstop, Hunter Christensen. As Christensen takes the first pitch for a strike. Christensen's walked, singled, and had a sacrifice. So he officially is 1 for 1 on the day. But he has scored twice in the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball for a strike, and it's 0-2.
Challengers have brought the corners in. Those corners will try to cut the runner down at the plate. The middle infield back looking for that double play.
Wooten trying to get out of the inning. Peeks over the top of the glove. Here he comes, 0-2. They go back, breaking pitch, check swing. He goes too far and goes down on strikes. That's the second out.
That was a really good breaking ball. Started about thigh high on the outside part of the plate, breaks off of it, entices the swing, and now you're 1 out away from getting out of this jam.
So that's 5 strikeouts now for Wooten. And here is the center fielder, Andrew Hickman. Reached on an error and walked. As that first pitch is a fastball that's high, ball 1. Hickman actually struck out his last time up. With a chance to give his team a lead. Couple men on, 2 outs here in the inning. Fastball over for a strike, and it's 1-1. Wooten's 1-1 offering. Breaking ball just missed again. Ball 2, 2-1. Aldo Mora, pretty good strike zone tonight. As that pitch just off the corner. Again, tries to nibble off a piece on the outside edge and misses again. The count goes to 3-1.
I think the umping has been awesome all tournament. I mean, strike zones have been very, very consistent.
3-1 pitch. That's down low. That will force over a run. As Nickel will come home.
It's a great at-bat there from Hickman. You want to be aggressive and you want to try to drive in a couple of runs, but if you don't get anything to hit, then just kind of live with getting the 4-pitch walk and pass that baton. This Alaska team has done that throughout the tournament.
Bases remain loaded, but again, here comes the coach. And Colby Jensen will be the next scheduled hitter, but I don't think he's going to face Wooten. As they come out, let's see if they're going to bring the hook with him here or not. As that run comes across to make it 7-5. Even though that's only the 3rd walk of the game for Wooten, he is struggling to get out of the inning here, and that's going to be all for him. So we have a pitching change. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll tell you about the new pitcher coming in right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Explore Logan, Utah. We've got so much awesomeness, I don't know where to begin. Your hotel is only 10 minutes from the gorgeous National Forest for hiking and biking, birdwatching, and wildflower spying. Logan is Utah's heart of the arts with more than 253 live professional performances this summer and free concerts every weekday. Catch the Garters Market and tons of festivals and fun. Head to Logan. You won't break the bank on less than a tank. ExploreLogan.com.
The crew of Rocky Mountain Yeti have found themselves searching the wilderness for the elusive Yeti, traveling through the rugged terrain in one of their premium rides found at Rocky Mountain Yeti. Coming up to a clearing, the crew finally gets a glimpse at what they've been searching for. The great Yeti deal from Rocky Mountain Yeti. Visit today and see why legends are driven. 100 Wasatch and 130 North 3rd Street, Evanston.
Well, for Drew Wooten, he got kind of knocked around a little bit. He goes 4 2/3, gives up 11 hits, walked 3, struck out 5, and he gives up a total of 7 runs thus far, but he's still responsible for the men on base, and he'll give way. It'll be the right fielder, Kyle Miller, to come in and pitch.
Yeah, big moment in this game. Service Alaska team can kind of break it open, bases loaded, 2 outs. If Miller, if you come in and strand all these runners, you're only down by 2 going into your next at-bat. That'd be a heck of a job done. But at the plate for Hickman, there's a chance to really break this open if you can either find a gap or 2, just get a hit. The service team, their offense still continues to hum.
Jensen inherits a bases-loaded situation, 2 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Colby Jensen, the opposite pitcher in the game, will be the first hitter he will face. And the first pitch to Jensen misses inside, ball 1. Jensen with a pair of hits, single in the first, single in the 4th. Up there swinging like he's an old pro, but those 2 hits were his first 2 hits in the tournament. The 1-0. Fastball for a strike, and it's 1-1.
Oh, it's amazing what one base knock can do for your confidence and how it can change your fortunes here in a tournament like this.
So a ball and a strike. Miller working out of the stretch, even though the bases are loaded with 2 outs, and the pitch hit foul back into the screen. Now he's ahead in the count, 1-2.
It's a great job by Miller coming in, understanding the situation, getting ahead. Now batters at your mercy in a 1-2 count.
So a ball and 2 strikes, and Miller stands on top, slumped over on the mound, the 1-2. Ground ball toward third, cut off. They'll go the short way and get the force out at second base. And the inning comes to an end as Hickman is out 5-4 at second base for out number 3, but not before they add a run. 1 run in the inning on 1 hit. There was an error, and they leave the bases full as Anchorage adds to their lead as they lead 7-5 on the T7 Propane scoreboard as we'll move along here to the top of inning number 6. As Eugene needs to come up with some offense here in a hurry as they trail by 2. This is a presentation of the American Legion Northwest Regional Tournament on MyLocalRadio.com.
Explore Logan, Utah. We've got so much awesomeness, I don't know where to begin. Your hotel is only 10 minutes from the gorgeous National Forest for hiking and biking, birdwatching, and wildflower spying. Logan is Utah's heart of the arts with more than 253 live professional performances this summer and free concerts every weekday. Catch the Gardeners Market and tons of festivals and fun. Head to Logan. You won't break the bank on less than a tank. ExploreLogan.com.
The crew of Rocky Mountain Yeti have found themselves searching the wilderness for the elusive Yeti, traveling through the rugged terrain in one of their premium rides found at Rocky Mountain Yeti. Coming up to a clearing, the crew finally gets a glimpse at what they've been searching for. The great Yeti deal from Rocky Mountain Yeti. Visit today and see why legends are driven. 100 Wasatch and 130 North 3rd Street, Evanston.
Cazin leads it off as we go here to the 6th. First pitch up high for a ball. Next pitch is whacked down into the left field corner. Hooking as it goes. It is a foul ball.
Well, that ball sounded different off the bat out of Cazin as he absolutely tattooed it. Unfortunately, just a bit foul.
It had distance. It just didn't have the right area code. So a ball and a strike on Hazen. 0 for 2, struck out, and he has struck out. Get another one of those planes taken off here over the top of the ballpark. The 1-1. This is outside, ball 2, 2 balls and a strike.
It's a good pitch selection there after the foul ball home run, going to something a little bit slower.
2-1, misses again, ball 3. It's 3 balls and a strike. Eugene down by 2. It's 7-5 here in the top of the 6th. But they need base runners. As that pitch is inside, ball 4.
Well, we'll get one with the leadoff walk. And, Dan, you talk all the time, leadoff walks will gray a pitching coach, and that's because 80% of the time they come around to score.
So Nicola walks the leadoff man. That's 5 walks overall. Pitch up high, snap throw back to first, not in time. So Nicola, moving into his second inning of relief, retired the first 3 men that he faced. Now the leadoff walk here in the 6th. And here's Gould, who singled home a run in the first and flew out to left. As the next pitch here misses again, and it's ball 2. And the folks who made the trip over from Eugene, they are just looking for any reason to erupt at this point. Pitch again misses inside, and he falls behind 3-0. So he walks Hazen to lead off the inning. Now 3 pitches consecutively out of the strike zone against Caden Gould. And he's in danger of putting the tying runs on base here in the inning with nobody out. The 3-0. He's done exactly that as the pitch is up and in.
It's a good time to walk around the mound. Good time to catch it to come out and talk, as well as the coach, just to settle him down. Now tying run, standing at first.
Pitching coach is going to come out and talk to Nicola. As he does that, it gives us a chance to remind parents at home, if you have a youngster that wants to be part of the world of baseball or has desires to pursue a career in baseball, the most important thing that could happen is to have people in the know and in the business put eyes on them. Well, they can do that at the Area Code Baseball Clinic that'll take place several around the area. Here, one of those stops will be here in Billings, Montana, as that will be Saturday, September the 14th at Pritz Field from 1 to 5. You can go online to their website at areacodebaseball.com, and now through the 14th of August, there is a discount code available where you can get $50 off the registration fee to send your child, or if you're a player and you want to be part of it as well, we'll give you that registration code. Grab a pen and paper. We'll give it to you here in just a second. So here is Caden Richardson. Walked, grounded out. 2 men on. Richardson not showing bunt. The pitch swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. Now as it goes behind in the count, Anchorage will move the infield back here again. As the 0-2 pitch inside and hits him, and it loads the bases.
That's an unfortunate there. You get ahead 0-2, you do a great job getting where you want to be, and then a curveball slips out of your hand. And now bases loaded, nobody out. If you're the challengers, we talk about, you get into this situation, you expect to score more than one run with the bases loaded, nobody out.
That'll bring up Kyle Miller, who just came in to pitch the last half inning. He's 0 for 2. He's flown out to left twice. First pitch to Miller, taking a strike, and it's 0-1. That discount code is 294034. That's 294034. As the pitch, look out, is up and in, as Miller just does get out of the way, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. That website, again, for more information, is areacodebaseball.com. As the next pitch to Miller is again hit foul, and it's 1-2.
Much better job on the mound by Nikolai. You want to execute here. You got the 2 strikes last at bat. You have to finish this one off.
Nikolai out of the windup. Ball chopped over the mound, charging the second baseman, Maskell, as it goes off of him, as we have a collision out there, and I think they're going to call the runner at second base out.
Yeah.
That's Richardson who caused the collision. And that will be an out on interference. And that will be a dead ball. However, the run will come home, as Hazen will come home to make it a 1-run game, but now the umpires all want to get together again. So Miller hit a big chopper toward the second baseman, who chased the ball toward the second base bag and got apparently into the baseline as Gould, was going down towards second base, make it Richardson, and came into contact with Maselli. And now they're trying to determine, is it interference or was it him blocking the baseline? Either way, the run comes in on the ground out to make it a one-run game again. But let's make sure everything is copacetic. We had a discussion like this with the umpires in the game previous to this, as they had men on base and a catcher interference call, but the ball was put into play. And the guy from third, the runner from third, scampered home. As the ball was in play, it was booted by the first baseman and actually allowed the runner to reach base safely. But the problem was the home plate umpire stepped out in front of home plate and immediately called interference, or a catcher's interference, dead ball. Well, you had supposed to let the play out, and they had a long discussion and ended up leaving the runner at first base, the batter, and allowed the run to come in. Well, the idea was they're going to send him back because he called the ball dead. Well, you had to let the play out, and that really helped. What a big inning in the seventh inning, and they went on to the win. As now the meeting breaks up, and umpires are going to head back to their spots, but first they're going to come over and talk to the Eugene manager, who is standing there at third base there. And the runner at second base, Richardson, is still standing there. But now the conversation is becoming a little bit more animated, and I think they're going to call the runner out, Richardson, on interference. But the run should still be allowed to come in and score because that came in on the batted ball before the ball would have been called dead. As the head coach for Eugene now getting a little bit more up in the face of the one of the umpires. Remember the creed, you got to do the right things here. As head coach Kenny Niles over there at third base in the third base coach's box doesn't like what he's being told. And again, if there was contact before the runner Richardson got to the bag, and it's either got to be interference or incidental contact. And now hold on. Now they're going to go back and talk again, as the one base umpire is telling Kenny Niles to hold on and just stay there for a minute. As they're going to go back and talk again, or they're going to go to their spots now. As it looks like the conversation has been had, and they're going to call Richardson out for interference. But the run will count as Hazen comes in to score. Richardson is out on interference at second base. And that's the first out of the inning.
You know, for the challengers, though, you got to re-lock in, understand the situation. You still have a runner on third with less than one out. You know, it might not be the situation you thought it was going to be, but still a heck of an opportunity here to tie this ball game up. You just have to execute with the at-bat.
Now we go back to the top of the order. McDonald hits the first ball into the right center field gap. Coming over is Maltby to make the catch. Tagging and coming home is Gould. He scores, and we're tied at 7.
Hey, excellent job at the plate right there, making sure that run comes across. Runner at third with less than 2 outs. That's exactly what you want to do. You lift one to the outfield, you tie the game. That's a great execution right there from the challengers.
So 2 runs home in the inning, gets the game even. And now here is Brooke Johnson. Still a runner over at first base. So Nicola comes in hard and on the hands of Johnson, who bunts it foul back into the screen.
You know, challengers, they will bunt in any situation, and they're not necessarily just bunting to sacrifice. They're bunting to hit. They've done a very good job of that throughout the tournament.
2 runs in the inning without the benefit of a hit. As the next pitch is high and away, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. The inning started with back-to-back walks and then a hit batter to load the bases. Miller hit the little ground ball that turned into the interference call, but Hazen was able to come in and score. And then Easton McDonald with the scoring fly ball tied the game as that ball's hit the right field. That's a hit. That's the first hit of the inning for Eugene. And it puts runners at first and second and extends the inning with 2 outs.
That's a great piece of hitting right there. He's going the other way with a pitch on the outside corner. Love to see that out of a hitter.
So 2 on and 2 out. Now here's Grady Saunders, 0 for 2. Had a sacrifice bunt back in the first inning and since then has flown out to right and grounded out to short. The first pitch to Saunders misses down low. If you don't think the people from Eugene were jacked up before, now they're even. Now they're about ready to go apoplectic. As the next pitch bounces up there again, that's ball 2, 2-0.
Hey, and give credit to the challengers. The call didn't go their way that they wanted it to, and instead of, getting upset about it, they blocked back in, tied the game, and now have the opportunity to go ahead with the base hit.
The 2-0 to Saunders. Again misses down low, and it's ball 3. And Eli Christ, who has 2 hits and 4 RBIs, looming on deck.
Absolutely. Can't start thinking about him here. If you make a mistake to Grady Saunders, he's shown that he has multiple extra base hits in this in this tournament, that he can do some damage as well.
The 3-0 pitch, fastball for a strike. When you're as hot as Christ has been so far here tonight, you're not waiting on deck, you're looming. The 3-1. Swung on and missed, runs the count full, 3-2.
Yeah, Saunders right there wasn't trying to shoot that bad boy the other way. He was looking to do some major damage on the pull side on that inside fastball.
Now advantage for Eugene. The runners will be away on the 3-2 pitch. They go, and the pitch is outside, ball 4.
Great at back there from Saunders. That go-ahead run, standing on second, we talked about with Alaska right there. Good job passing the baton. You got a couple of pitches to swing at. You took a mighty hack at the 3-1, but did not get a strike, 3-2, and now you pass it to arguably the hottest hitter in your lineup.
3 walks and a hit batter in the inning. 2 runs home to tie the game on just 1 hit. And now here is Eli Christ, who takes the first pitch for a strike. Christ singled home a run back in the first, came up with the bases loaded just like this in the second, and doubled over the head of the center fielder to clear the bases. He has 4 RBIs in the game and takes the pitch up high, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
This time the outfield, they move 10 steps back before the at-bat. They understand the power.
Breaking ball again misses inside. Ball 2, it's 2-1.
Well, advantage Christ here. He's done a good job making this a 2-1 count. Hitters count. See if he gets a fastball to his liking.
I'm looking dead red if I'm Christ. Fastball. He got one and hit it foul back over the top of the press box.
He just missed that one. That pitch was center cut. Chris looking to do major damage with the bases loaded. Now he's got to lock back in. Do a job here. Shorten up, try to put it in play.
The 2-2. Again misses outside, runs the count full, 3-2. That's a good take.
Absolutely. Now, once again, runners off. Out of the full windup. That runner at second's going to be halfway home.
The 3-2 pitch. Back up the middle. It is in the center field. Base hit. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. They are going to send Saunders. He will score. And for the second time today, Christ has emptied the bases. It's another 3-run hit, and it's now 10-7.
Absolutely scorched that ball back up the middle. The hottest hitter in the Eugene Challengers lineup, Dan, has got himself more than a handful of RBIs. He's got more than he has fingers on one hand.
So he singles, goes to second on the throw in, but more importantly, he has 7 RBIs in the game, and the 9th batter to hit in the inning is Peyton Tyner as he takes the first pitch off the plate, ball 1. 5 runs in the inning as that pitch over for a strike, and it's now 1-1. 5 runs on just 2 hits. Breaking ball misses inside, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Tyner is the 9th man to hit in the inning. As the next pitch misses down low again, ball 3, 3-1.
Yeah, you got to shut the door here if you're Alaska. Everything's kind of unraveled on here in the 5th inning. Very similar to the game earlier today where it's got away in 1 inning. You just got to bounce back and stop the bleeding here.
3-1, hit on the ground. That's into right field. That'll be a base hit. They're going to send Christ to the plate. The throw's bad, but cut off, and Christ able to scamper back to first base, and there's runners at the corners.
Yeah, just this lineup. We talked about an onslaught for Alaska earlier. The Oregon bats silenced for a bit. They woke up here in the 6th.
So Oregon becomes just the second team in the tournament to reach double digits in a game in runs. And now here's Peyton Tyner, who led this inning off with a single and takes the pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Tyner, 1 for 3, was hit by a pitch in the first inning. As on the pitch that misses outside, there goes the runner down to second base. Next pitch over for a strike, and it's 1-2. The 1-2 offering, that is upstairs, and it's 2-2. My mistake, it's not Tyner at the plate. It's Aiden Hazen who's up there with a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Next pitch grounded into left field, base hit. Christ will score. Here comes Tyner around the plate, stumbles, but the throw home missed the tag, and it's 2 more runs. It's 7 runs in the inning, and it's 12-7.
And the offensive onslaught continues. Has now a 5-run lead, and still runner in scoring position. This Challenger offense might not be done.
And who is done is the pitcher, Ryan Nakula. As he gives up 7 runs in the inning, they can't afford to stay with him anymore, and we'll have a pitching change coming up. It's 12-7 as Eugene has come back with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. We'll take a break, come back and tell you who the new pitcher is right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Farming requires working with the right equipment. At Covelo Auto Farm Service, you will find the right size tractor, tractor accessories, cattle chutes, and calf corrals for all your farming needs. Covelos has all your auto needs as well. From fluids to belts to protection for your hands, they've got you covered. Covelos also offers a service center for your truck and tractors in one convenient location. Covelos is your one-stop farm and auto shop. Stop in and see them today at 80 Reese Road in Lyman. Covelos Auto Farm Service.
There are 3 things you can always be sure of when you get your tires from Freeway Tire in Evanston. First, they offer a price match guarantee on any published price. Second, whether you're driving across the state for a sporting event or you're just driving around town, you can feel confident knowing that you have top quality tires that have been installed by tire experts. And third, you're always appreciated by the owners and staff at Freeway Tire. It's reflected in the friendly service you receive every time you visit. Freeway Tire, quality tires and great service. Stop in today, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
When you have an appointment with the dentist, it's reassuring to know that you're going to be seen by experienced, well-trained professionals. At Bear River Dental in Evanston, Dr. Lester, Dr. Owens, and Dr. Welch check every box. Plus, they're really nice people. Their passion to provide excellent dental care is reflected in everything from state-of-the-art equipment to professional, hardworking staff. Choose the professionals at Bear River Dental, serving patients of all ages. Call today to schedule an appointment.
Well, Ryan Nakula came in relief. 1 inning went perfectly well, and in the 2nd inning, the roof fell in on him. As they have 7 runs here in the inning. He faced 10 batters in the inning, now gives way to Trey Maltby. As Maltby's first pitch home to Caden Gould is up high, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes.
Yeah, you got to shut the door here. Don't want to fall behind any further. Can put up runs.
As the breaking pitch again misses inside. Ball 2, 2-0.
This becomes a point where it might be too much to overcome. 5, this offense has shown they're capable of scoring 5.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. Ground ball toward third. Off the glove of the third baseman, able to scatter and get it back, but then throw too late. In fact, he didn't throw it at all. He hung on to it.
This is something for this Alaska team. They need to take a deep breath and relax. It's another play they could have made, but, it's got away. Just have to bounce back and shut the door here.
That's an error on the third baseman, Nicola, as it extends the inning. As on the first pitch, there goes the runner Gould, as he'll steal it, and here is Caden Richardson. Richardson was hit by a pitch earlier in the inning, and he was out on the interference call back at second base. That seems like about 20 minutes ago, and that ball's fair, bounced inside of third. That's going to get one in, that's going to get two in. They've scored 9 in the inning, and it's 14-7.
Now they've doubled the lead. I mean, thinking all the way back to the start of the inning, you think back, you talked about that out call at second base, and we talked about the team needing to lock in and, not worry about that. You didn't think you got the call, but you had to lock in, tie the game. They did much more than that, Dan. They locked in. Now they've doubled their lead. They lead 14-7.
So 9 runs in the inning. Everything's going right for Eugene right now. As that pitch is lined on route along the right field line, is going to go out of play. Nine runs on 5 hits. Three walks in the inning, a hit batter, and a partridge in a pear tree. As that pitch is outside, backhanded by the catcher, and going down to third base, Richardson was going to be out, tried to double back, but is going to be caught stealing to end the inning as he's thrown out 2-5. But that's okay, because they come away with 9 runs in the inning on a total of 5 hits. There was an error and nobody left. After they post 9 here in the top of the inning number 6, we'll go to the bottom of the inning. It's now Oregon 14, Alaska 7 on the T7 propane scoreboard as we go to the bottom of the 6th on this ready presentation of the American Legion Northwest Regional Tournament on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
The perfect mix of different ingredients can create the most delicious creation. Successful people have the ability to bring many different individuals together who work, collaborate, show kindness, use problem-solving skills, and include each individual's talents and gifts to create new inventions, compose beautiful music, and find ways to make the world a better place. At Uintah County School District Number 1, we work together every day to promote student success. Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. Our experts self-perform all phases of construction on new or existing structures, such as site excavation, access road creation, concrete foundations, welding, and the installation and maintenance of piping, tanks, metal buildings, and more. Our turnkey services will have your facility operational quickly and safely. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Well, now Eugene bounces back. Now they have a big lead. Now they just want Kyle Miller to go to the mound and collect the last 6 outs. As there's the first pitch, misses up high, as it's Trevor Maltby to lead off here in the bottom of the 6th. Maltby followed by Sebastian Fournier and then Landon Martindale, the bottom third of the order. The 0-1 hit foul back into the screen, and it's a ball and a strike.
Yeah, if you're Miller, you want to just pour strikes into the zone. Let them put the ball in play. A lot of times they're going to get themselves out. You just want to fire strikes.
Pitch misses inside, and it goes to 2-1.
I mean, think back to the top of the 6th inning. What started all of that? A couple of walks.
2 balls and a strike. Maltby back in the box. And the next pitch swung on and missed. Fouled at home plate, actually. And it's 2-2. For Eugene, 14 runs on 8 hits and 3 errors. Alaska, 7 runs on 11 hits. They've also committed 3 errors in the game. So it's been anything but an exact masterpiece, but it's been entertaining as heck. Ground ball to short. Johnson has it, throws back across his body and throws him out.
What a play there by Brock Johnson. Throwing on the run across his body. able to hit the first baseman in the chest with it. Not only did they get the out, he made the perfect throw on a line.
So 1 out. Sebastian Fournier will come up. Fournier doubled in a pair of runs back in the third. He's 1 for 3 overall in the game. First pitch home from Miller. That misses down low. Ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. If it's going to get like this over the next 2 days, next 3 days, buckle up. As the pitch popped up, Johnson, the shortstop, puts that away as well.
Yeah, a little more routine that time for Johnson. But it's a great job by Miller, just coming in, firing strikes, let the chips fall where they may. As now you're dealing with the 9-holder. If you can get this out right here, take the top of the order, you'd much rather face them with nobody on.
I don't remember the tournament last year being anything like this.
No.
As we were in Gillette a year ago, as that pitch over for a strike, and it's 2-1. I mean, the place got raucous with Cheyenne taking on Gillette, especially in the championship game on the Sunday. But it wasn't anything like this on the field as that pitch swung on and missed. And it's 0-2 here on Landon Martindale.
Now, after about day 3, that one kind of felt like you knew where it was heading and which team was going to win.
The 0-2 just missed outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
But with the results from earlier, we're going to crown a new regional champ.
Yes, we are. You weren't with us earlier. Cheyenne lost. They are out. And they are headed home. As that pitch in the dirt rolls away from the catcher, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And we're down to our final teams here. As both these teams, they're going to advance, so they're going to play tomorrow. But whoever wins this game will get a guaranteed spot in Sunday's championship day.
The 2-2 pitch. Hit in the air, foul off the third base side. One thing that will remain the same from last year is the host team is still very much in it. And with the weekend coming, you got to expect the Scarlet fans from here in Billings, they are going to come out in numbers. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. Miller sets the side down in order, 1-2-3. And all of a sudden, Anchorage is down to the last 3 outs. We're done with 6. It's 14-7, Eugene on top on the T7 Propane scoreboard. This is a presentation of the American Legion Northwest Regional Tournament brought to you by Ready, providing safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. We are ready.
At Uintah County School District number 6, each student is important. Each student has different interests. Each student has unique talents and areas for growth and development. We love and appreciate each student, and we work hard to make sure we are meeting the needs of each student so that when we all come together, we create a powerful school district filled with individual students headed for success. Uintah County School District number 6 in Lyman. It's a great day to be an Eagle.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
So we move to the 7th inning as the Eugene team comes back up as the pitcher Kyle Miller did his job. Well, you set the side down in order and get his bats back up there at the plate before the dust has a chance to settle. After sending 12 men to the plate last inning, it'll be Kyle Miller who will lead it off. Miller then back to the top of the order. Easton McDaniel and Brock Johnson do up. As Trey Maltby comes home and the first pitch misses down low, ball 1. They have 14 runs due to the Eugene, but they only have 8 hits in the game. Miller does not have any of them. In fact, he's 0 for 3. As that ball's rolled, that's into right field. There's his first hit.
Yep, never mind. Yeah, for Miller, that has to feel good just because You know, you see all your teammates having the success at the plate, and you haven't quite had it yet today. He's been very good on the mound for him, though. But now you kind of join the hit parade. Now you can boast everyone in the lineup with hits today, as it's been a great day for this Eugene offense.
So back to the top of the order in Easton McDaniel as he lines one. That's going to find right field as well. Back-to-back singles, 2 on and nobody out.
Well, here we go. The onslaught continues.
That's their 10th hit of the game overall, and now here is Brock Johnson.
Yeah, we got action down in the Eugene bullpen, as it is number 6. It looks like it'll be Peyton Tyner, possibly warming up for an appearance in this one.
Coming in, ask him to come in and get the last 3 outs. There's a bunt. Maltby down to get it. Plays it over to first in time for the out, and the sacrifice will move the runners up.
And you know, you might wonder why they'd sacrifice bunt here. We've already seen in this tournament, Dan, that teams could score 7 runs. Obviously, Eugene did it. But earlier in the day, a team allowed 7 runs in the 7th inning to allow the other team to come back and take that victory. So this Eugene offense, they're trying to put up as many as they can to make it as a seamless last inning.
So here's Saunders, he's still on the outside looking in. He does not have a hit and takes the first pitch upstairs, ball 1. Maltby goes back to working out of the windup. That ball driven to center field. That's going to get down for a hit. That's going to get 1 run home. As coming home to score is Miller, and it's now 15-7.
That brings up the man of the hour.
Yeah, absolutely. So here's Eli Christ with 7 RBIs tonight as they throw back to second base. And they get the out there.
Saunders took off to second. He's discarding his shin guards, as they called him safe.
Okay, so he took off for second base and ended up stealing second. So McDonald's at third, Saunders at second, and here's Christ. Christ with 3 hits tonight and has driven in 7. And the first pitch home to Christ is a breaking pitch that stays high, ball 1. Singled in the first with an RBI. Cleared the bases with a 3-run double in the second. And then in the 6th, last inning, drove in 3 more with a single with the bases loaded. And he's going to have another RBI here as he singles to left, as coming home is Johnson to score. And on the throwback in, Christ is going to head down to second base with his 8th RBI of the night.
That's a crazy number, Dan. That's absolutely astonishing. And, you know, you have to imagine for Christ, in any other big moment, the rest of the tournament, he's probably not playing. He's getting the 4 up, go to the first base, as he's been on fire.
Yeah, this is certainly getting to the point now for the rest of the weekend that if he comes up with men on base, he's going to get the Barry Bonds treatment and just intentionally walked. As here is Tyner. As that pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Tyner's with 1 hit tonight. He's 1 for 3.
I mean, if you fall behind 2-0, it might be worth thinking about intentionally walking him with nobody on.
Well, with nobody on, the only person I know who got away with that was Buck Showalter, as that pitch is sliced toward left center field. Coming over is the left fielder, Fournier, as he makes the catch there. Tagging and coming home is Saunders from third base. It's a scoring fly ball for Tyner, and the lead is now 10 as it's 17-7.
Yeah, I mean, you look up at the scoreboard, 17-7. It kind of shows how quickly this game has kind of just gotten out of hand. You know, Alaska's played a really good game up until about the 6th inning. They were ahead and they were playing very well.
As we'll have another pitching change, as once again Alaska's going to go to the bullpen. We'll take a timeout. We'll tell you the new pitcher is coming in after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Farming requires working with the right equipment. At Covelo Auto Farm Service, you will find the right size tractor, tractor accessories, cattle chutes, and calf corrals for all your farming needs. Covelos has all your auto needs as well. From fluids to belts to protection for your hands, they've got you covered. Covelos also offers a service center for your truck and tractors in one convenient location. Covelos is your one-stop farm and auto shop. Stop in and see them today at 80 Reese Road in Lyman. Covelos Auto Farm Service.
There are 3 things you can always be sure of when you get your tires from Freeway Tire in Evanston. First, they offer a price match guarantee on any published price. Second, whether you're driving across the state for a sporting event or you're just driving around town, you can feel confident knowing that you have top quality tires that have been installed by tire experts. And third, you're always appreciated by the owners and staff at Freeway Tire. It's reflected in the friendly service you receive every time you visit. Freeway Tire, quality tires and great service. Stop in today, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
When you have an appointment with the dentist, it's reassuring to know that you're going to be seen by experienced, well-trained professionals. At Bear River Dental in Evanston, Dr. Lester, Dr. Owens, and Dr. Welch check every box. Plus, they're really nice people. Their passion to provide excellent dental care is reflected in everything from state-of-the-art equipment to professional, hard-working staff. Choose the professionals at Bear River Dental, serving patients of all ages. Call today to schedule an appointment.
New pitcher for Anchorage is Palmer Dalton, who comes in. The right-hander's first pitch hit foul back into the screen. He inherits one man on base, standing over at third. That is Eli Christ. The 0-1 pitch swung on and hit foul into the catcher's glove, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, for Dalton, it's a good job coming in, getting on top.
Aiden Hazen waiting at the plate. And the 0-2 pitch to him swung on and missed. And finally, the inning is over. But not before they put 3 more runs on the board. As we'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning, the lead is double digits as they'll go. Eugene looking for the last 3 outs and try to wrap this one up, as it will be Kyle Miller to go out and look for the last 3 outs. 17-7 on the T7 propane scoreboard as we'll take this time out in the My Local Radio Sports Network. This presentation brought to you by Ready.
High school sports. We love it. We support it. We're your #1 fan. Trona Valley is your local credit union, and we're proud to invest in relationships that go far beyond banking. We're proud to invest in the lives of our young members and their love for sports. You are champions in our community, and we're here to support you all the way, on a court, on the field, or elsewhere. Together, let's develop lifelong successful financial habits. You're awesome. Trona Valley, member NCUA. TronaValley.com. We're here for you.
The strategic plan for Una County School District Number 4 states, through collaboration with the entire learning community, our mission is to instill problem-solving skills in our students that will translate to a rapidly changing global environment. We work to accomplish this by constantly improving student achievement, improving student academic and behavioral skills with a district that operates efficiently and effectively. Uintah County School District Number 4, excellence in teaching, opportunity through learning.
Top of the order due up here for Anchorage, but they're gonna kind of start emptying the bench here, as this is Hunter Hulscotter. I apologize if I didn't pronounce that name correctly, who will lead off here and pinch hit for Rylan Nakali, as first pitch swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. Next pitch swung on and missed again, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, Miller's still doing a good job coming and firing strikes. Big lead. You want to try to save as many pitches as possible.
Next pitch on the inside corner. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, as Hulscotter's out on 3 pitches.
You know, it's important. If you're Miller, you're throwing the ball really well. If you can keep it to a low pitch count, you could find a possibility of being back either tomorrow or on Sunday, as you're 2 outs away from clinching a trip to Sunday.
So here's Keegan Lennox, who will also come up for the first time tonight. As he takes the first pitch, that's over for a strike. As the 0-1 fastball on the corner, that's 5 straight strikes thrown here by Miller. And he has the batter in the hole is Lennox, 0-2. Finally, one misses the zone, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jake Raftery is scheduled to be next. We'll see if he comes up as Lennox drives one down the line. That's going to go foul. Raftery is out on deck. The question is he get to come up with 2 outs, or is he going to come up with a man on base? 1 ball and 2 strikes on Keegan Lennox. The pitcher, sometimes outfielder here for Anchorage. Miller ready again. The 0-2 fast curveball that stays a little bit high, and the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So he threw 5-6 straight strikes to open the inning. Now he's kind of feeling himself a little bit. He's going to a couple of curveballs. Now he goes back fastball, and it's hit foul off the third base side, and it stays at 2-2.
Yeah, he just hasn't quite snapped those curveballs through. You got to remember he came in relief, so the secondary pitchers are the ones you start to get the feel for later in the game. Or in your
2-2 pitch. Fastball just missed inside. Runs the count full.
A pretty good pitch, especially staying exclusively away to start the at-bat. You busted it on the hands. Freeze the hitter, just missed off the inside part.
Now the 3-2 pitch is called third strike on the outside corner at the knees. So 2 up, 2 down. Now here comes the final out as Jake Raftery's going to come to the plate. And now we're going to take Miller out, and we're going to change pitchers with just 1 out left in the game.
Pitch count, trying to save him for the next game.
So a pitch count issue, and we're going to have another pitching change as they'll look for the last out. Let's take another quick break here, timeout. We'll come back and tell you who the new pitcher is for Eugene with a 10-run lead right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Foot pain can make even the simplest things a struggle. Dr. Chad Brady is a foot and ankle surgeon who listens to your concerns, offering a variety of solutions to get you back on your feet and out of pain. Dr. Chad Brady can help you get back to the life you deserve. Don't let foot pain stop you from living your life. Schedule an appointment today. Dr. Chad Brady, Uinta Medical Group. Call or schedule online at evanstonanytime.com.
Let's stop into Mountain West Business Solutions to see what Randy and the team are up to today. Randy has printed out testimonials from satisfied customers. Let's see what some of them say.
Bar none, the best customer service in the industry.
Mountain West has been perfect for our business needs.
We simply could not survive as a business without Mountain West Business Solutions.
For all your equipment, printing, and software solution needs, Mountain West Business Solutions. 866-583-9925.
So 2 outs, and Jake Raftery is the scheduled hitter, and the new pitcher for Eugene is Peyton Tyner, who comes in. Tyner was getting loose earlier down in the bullpen. Finally will come in and get asked to get the last out with Raftery at the plate, and the first pitch bounces up there, ball 1. Raftery was hit by a pitch, reached on an error. He's also doubled, scored a run, and grounded out. 17-7. As Tyner's next pitch, fastball misses low, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Raftery up there representing the last out, just looking to extend the inning and the game at this point. As that pitch is down low again, it's ball 3.
Over Tyner, take a deep breath. Started the inning out in center field. Just want to come in, fire strikes. Just got to start with 1 right here.
Hunter Christian waiting on deck, or at least his spot, as the pitch hit foul back into the screen. It's 3-1.
And if you're going to swing 3-0, got to be on time, got to be ready, because you know you're going to get a fastball.
Comes the 3-1 offering from Tyner. It's up high, ball 4. So the game is extended here as Raftery walks for the first time tonight to go along with his hit batter and reaching on an error. And now here's Hunter Christian as the shortstop will come up. Christian with a hit, a walk. He has scored twice and struck out. And hits that ball on the ground. This should do it as they'll flip it to second. They'll go to short way, and the inning and the game is over as Eugene comes back with a big way with 9 runs in the top of inning number 6. They had 3 more in the 7th, and they go on to win in double-digit fashion. Final score here, 17-7 on the T7 Propane scoreboard. Stay tuned. We got a post-game wrap coming up for you. This is a presentation of the American Legion Northwest Regional Tournament brought to you by Ready. Visit Ready at readyusa.com. We are ready.
Growing up is all about having your independence, and Y-High is here to help you gain real financial freedom with a Y-High Independence Account. With an emphasis on education, growth, and experience, the Y-High Independence Account prepares you to handle your own finances, so you're ready for what life throws your way. We're talking no parent or legal guardian required on your account, no risk of collections or negative reporting, and no overdraft fees. Find your independence with a Y-High Independence Account today.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit readyusa.com. We are ready.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
So an interesting game is jumping out early was Oregon, only to see Alaska come back and take the lead through the middle innings, and then the Eugene puts 12 runs up in the last 2 innings as they go on to a 17-run win here tonight. As in final totals for Eugene, 17 runs on 12 hits. They committed 3 errors in the game. Alaska 7 runs on 11 hits. They committed 4 errors in the game. It was anything but a thing of beauty with 7 errors overall in the game. But Eugene able to get it done. We're trying to wait here on the official score to see who to give the win to. There's some discrepancy on the number of innings pitched required to qualify for the win. We believe it's 5, which would leave Drew Wharton a third of an inning short of qualifying for the win as he went 4 2/3. If he doesn't qualify, the win would then go to Kyle Miller, who came in and pitched 2 innings and didn't allow a hit at all in the game. So he certainly came in and picked up and recorded the final 6 outs in the game for him. The loss, however, will go to Ryan Nakula, who came in the start of the 5th inning, and then he's the guy that got lit up through the 6th and the 7th innings before they ended up going to 2 other pitchers just to close out the game. But for Eugene, they move on. They qualify for a spot in the finals, as indeed the win goes to Kyle Miller. Indeed, just as we were talking about, the idea was, not sure if he had qualified, if the rules had changed yet. There was some idea that something had changed, but there's nothing in paperwork that said they had. So Miller will record the win in his 2 innings in relief. So for that is your look at our Freaky Fast recap, and we'll move on now. And here we will talk now about our Dr. McKay Frankham precision play of the game. Take your pick. I can name 3 of them right off the bat.
Yeah, I mean, you could pick one of any of the RBIs that Eli Christ had. I mean, a lot of them. But I'd like to say that it's probably the go-ahead RBI in the 9th inning, as that's going to have to probably be our Dr. McKay Franklin Precision play of the game.
I would say that too, or you could go the other way and give it to Kyle Miller for being our. So this is play of the game.
Play of the game.
Yeah.
Correct.
So it could be any of the at bats for Chris. He singled in 1 run in the first, singled in 3 in the second, singled in 3 more in the sixth rather, and singled in 1 in the 8th as he finishes the game tonight with 8 runs batted in, as he certainly had himself a night. With all of his RBIs, the single biggest performance of anybody so far here in the tournament. And our Pepsi player of the game, stepping up and giving up nothing over 2 innings of work to record the win. He struck out 3 along the way. Kyle Miller, of tonight's winning pitcher.
Absolutely, he was fantastic when he came in. Did exactly what he needed to. Pounded the zone in his 2 full innings of work. And this Oregon team, They've got a good pitcher coming back for Sunday. Tomorrow we're going to find out whether it'll be a true one-game championship, or if it'll be that Oregon will have to lose twice to be eliminated, as we can give you the matchups for the contest. As this Oregon team, they're going to play at 3. This Alaska team, they'll play at noon. Alaska will take on Billings in the early game, as we talked about that one, Dan. Let's expect that the Billings crowd's going to be out in force, so that should be a lot of fun. Then in the 3 o'clock game, the Eugene Challengers will take on the team out of Colorado, Fort Collins, as those are our 2 matchups tomorrow. And, semifinal Saturday, Dan, we have gotten all the way down to it. It's an awesome tournament. Been a lot of great baseball. We've seen so many different things. We've seen so many things that I had never seen in a baseball game before. And we still have 2 days left in this tournament.
Right. Now, remember, there's a possibility of rain in the area tomorrow afternoon, so they've moved the games up. Don't believe what you see in writing. The first game tomorrow starts at 12 noon. The second game will start at 3 o'clock. That's several hours earlier than what was originally scheduled and printed in a lot of the literature. So, once again, the first game tomorrow is at noon. Second game is at 3 o'clock, and we will look for you then. I'm Dan Hubbard for Aaron Poling, and for everyone back at the studio, helping to keep this game going for you here as well, and for Jace Andrews as well, as here on this Friday evening. Exciting baseball we've had for you in a couple of games here today, as we'll say goodnight, and we'll come back and we'll try to keep things rolling tomorrow with the 2 semifinal games coming up tomorrow afternoon, and we certainly hope you can join us here on mylocalradio.com. Have yourself a great evening. We'll talk to you on Saturday from here in Billings.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of mylocalradio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. No portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. Thank you for joining us for this sports presentation on mylocalradio.com.